Okay, so yesterday we talked about reciprocal. What did reciprocal mean? Yeah, you just switch it, like you flip it around, flipperoo-y. Okay, and so this would be the reciprocal of this would be negative 21 over 7. However, that can be simplified, right? Because 7 goes into 21. So this could be the reciprocal, or if you went a step further and went ahead and simplified, I would take that too. But this would technically be the reciprocal of it. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Write negative 9 over 2 divided by 7/5 as a multiplication expression, then solve. What would be the multiplication expression, Lily? Oh, sure, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So on digits on our test, which one would they use?
Probably the first one, because if they just wanted the reciprocal. Now, sometimes, you know, they'll put it in blue, and they might say, make sure it's in simplified form. Then you would want the negative 3 if they look that. Good question. Okay. All right, what's the multiplication expression on the next one? Take it.
Negative 9 times 5.
Very good. Because we learned yesterday that in order, or whenever we learned it, not yesterday, but whenever we learned it, the multiplication is, I said keep, change, flip. You keep the first one, you change the next one to multiplication, and you flip that next one to its reciprocal. Okay, then you look for anything you can cross cancel. There's nothing, unfortunately, that I can cross cancel here. So I'm going to multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So that would be what? Negative 45 over 14. And then that is an improper fraction. So how many times does 14 go into 45?
3 left over.
So 3 whole times is going to be negative. 14 times 3 is what? 342. And yep, that would be exactly right with 3 left over 14 because you keep the same denominator. Questions on that? Okay, then the last one is basically the exact same thing, except they put it into an equation form. So you've got the equation, that is actually the distance. No, what is this one? Describes a change in Fahrenheit after T hours. The temperature falls a total of 7.5 degrees. How long does it take for the temperature to fall? Does anybody know how to set this one up? Did you guys figure that out? Crickets. Sure. I bet some of you did. You're just scared to tell me. What did you do? Yeah, you just multiply them. This right here is the temperature for T. Here's T right here for temperature. You just have to put that in. And then the D is going to take you, it says D describes the change in degrees. So there's your D. That's what it's going to tell you. So you have negative 3/5 times 7.5. What do you have to do to that before you can multiply?
Change 7.5.
Very good. Change it to an improper. So I have negative 3/5. I'm going to take 2 times 7 and add 1, which is 15 over 2. I like to look for cross-canceling. Is there cross-canceling? Yep, heck yeah. So 5 goes into itself once. 5 goes into 15 3 times. And now I can multiply straight across the top. Negative 3 times 3 would be negative 9 over 2. 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1 left over. So negative 4.5. So this is saying, wait a second, am I missing something? How long does it take for the temperature to fall? It would take 4.5 minutes. And it's saying fall, which is why I think they've got negative. I'm not sure I agree with that, but I think probably what they should have done, or we should have said, the temperature falls a total of 7.5. So we probably should have put a negative here and made that negative, because a negative times a negative would make this a positive. Does that make sense? So we got to watch for that. If it says falls a total, it would be negative. Okay, any questions on that before we move on today? All right, so yesterday we worked on our flip charts, and so I want to review those rules real quick. So you might want to grab that if you have that handy. We're going to talk about each of the rules.